Hi guys, it's me again, Michael, and as I said at the end of my previous video, I was going to be sharing some personal thoughts and feelings with you that are somewhat close to me. Um, First of all, I just like to advise that this is a subject that I want to say I've dealt with for years. Um, I done several, gone through several things just about the subject alone. The subject basically is, well, I'm chubby. I know that doesn't sound like really shocking or amazing, but there are a lot of people that are in this country, on this planet, that are chubby as well. There are a lot of LGBT members that are chubby. And I want to say, for one thing, fat shaming is wrong. I mean, calling somebody fat and making fun of their body just because of the way it looks, it's not benefiting them or going to help them at all. It doesn't matter if you're going to try to tell them uh, that they need to lose weight or something like that, or that is something that, first of all, their doctor should be telling them. And number two, it's something that most people don't quite understand, that even though we know we're chubby, we're trying to work on it. We're trying to do something about it. We are trying to better ourselves. We don't need you giving us low self esteem or telling us that we don't deserve what we deserve because of how we look. Um, Now, I wasn't always a chubby person. What had happened is, from like a small child to probably about, say, roughly around the end of junior high, I was a chubby kid. And then I got something that was actually going around. I got meningitis. The basically the viral meningitis. I was one of the first and early cases of it. Yes, I know. I'm lucky I didn't die. Um, it was something that for about a month, almost two, I mean, I couldn't go to school. I was bedridden. I was sick. I could not move. Um, this was something that basically changed my life. Um, we also discovered that I was hypoglycemic back then too, which was one of those like just little quick discoveries, all in like all the blood tests and stuff like that. Um, that was something that, I mean, I felt that I needed to get out and tell people and let them know about. Another part was that after that I was skinny. I was not grossly underweight, but I was like 150 pounds, somewhere in there. And I'm 5'11". I've been 5'11" for years, maybe closer to 6 feet now. Um, and I, I mean, to me, I didn't really notice the difference, but everyone else did. It was because, like, I mean, I was sick. I was busy dealing with being sick. I just didn't really notice. And when I got throughout high school and college and into my 20s, I basically managed to keep the weight off for quite a while. Mostly because one part I found out was mostly because I was depressed. Um, this is kind of funny, kind of odd, but some depressed people eat their feelings. I'm the one that does just the opposite. I'm the one that pretty much doesn't eat. And this is really was one of the most difficult times I had to deal with. What brought on the depression, basically, from what I could remember, was basically my parents were separating. And it was a bad time. It was just a horrible time. And then almost soon after, my mother got with another guy, and he was not a good guy to her at all. But that's another story for another time. Um, Anyways, I was depressed for several years. I went through this depression up until I was 28. At 28, I realized basically that I could do anything with my life. I can be more than what I am. I can be there, get stuff done. I could do whatever. Only question was what. Um, so I was actually coming out of my depression. I was somewhat happy. At the time, I was also living in Iowa. Um, and after that, I met someone who lived here in Oklahoma. Uh, just to give you an idea of the state I live in right now. Um, who seemed very charming, was a wonderful guy, and I was happy for a while. I was very happy for a good long while until just things went south. Um, I didn't get depressed though. I wouldn't let myself go back into that depressive state, no matter who I was dating, what was going on in my life. I refused to let myself get back into that depressive state. However, being out of that depressive state, I ate and ate and ate. Um, it wasn't really like just like it was a slow and gradual thing. I kept eating, and because I thought I was happy, I was just being myself, just enjoying life. Um, and at that time, um, I was just trying to just get through life and be happy. Um, I have been on my own. I've been with people, lived with exes and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been through all that. But through all this, I never really let anything get me down. And that's one thing that I want to tell everybody. No matter how you look, no matter how much you weigh or anything like that, don't let it get you down. Be happy. Love yourself, for one. And that was one thing that I went through too. I loved myself no matter how I looked. Um, but after a while, I come to find out, it was about 10 years later, I got onto a scale. Come to find out I weighed 295 pounds. Um, Now, going from over like a 10 to 15-year period from 150 to 295, I mean, may not seem like that much of a jump to some, but to me it was a pretty big jump. And I'd never, I mean, I'd probably been close to that heavy when I was a kid, when I was younger, but never really experienced it as I got older. And I didn't really even notice. I just, like, probably got bigger pant sizes and just dealt with it that way. This was something that I want to say wasn't something that I was upset about. It's just that I recently, like, started to figure out that, hey, I need to do something about it. Just because, health and the job I work, my job right now where I work requires me to get on top of things and climb onto stuff and stuff like that. And there are times where I could fall through things. And that was another reason. I just okay, it's like, okay, I gotta work on this. I gotta do something about this. Um, one of the um, one of the basically turning points was for me was at the beginning of this year. I took a New Year's resolution. I actually managed to be on somewhat of a diet. And it's not really a real big diet or anything. I just skipped lunch. That's it. Everyone's how did you? I mean, like, yeah, it's like I go through all this, or I went on this special diet. I went in Atkins. I went on Slim Fast. I went on this. I went on that. I just skipped lunch. Honestly, that was pretty much probably the best decision I made. Um, it's like sometimes you do. I mean, I did have cheat days where like I would usually just have lunch on every Wednesday, um, or something like that. But after a while, it just became easy. I just would skip lunch, um, and during that, I actually lost about 11 pounds, which was like pretty much shocking. I mean, I just like didn't realize. I was like, wow. Um, it took several months though, but I lost 11 pounds. Um, since then, since I figured out, the diet's working slowly, I could do other things to help this along, and my work schedule actually permits me to do more. I bought a bicycle. Um, First bike I've had in. Well, I've had a bike before, but it was kind of broken down. So I bought a better one, and it's been wonderful. I love it. I start riding every day. Excuse me. Started getting muscle tone back in my legs, which was kind of hot, kind of weird. Um, and then later, I decided to go ahead and buy weights and to work my arms and my chest, and also got a weight bench, and I will show all that to you in just a moment. But I just want you to see now just how I look right now, and realize that I was probably roughly about 11 to 15 pounds heavier. Uh, like not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago. So I'm gonna show you that. Let me see, suitable mirror. And let me not trip over my own chair. And oh, this mirror's not too clean, but yeah, there's me now. Now, honestly, my stomach was sticking out about like this much further. Like, I don't know how to do this, but this much further from uh, like about, I would say, not too long ago, and it's actually been going in. So I would say that I've lost a bit of weight, and I don't know because I haven't been on a scale since I found out I lost 11 pounds. But right now I'm probably sitting around 280, probably somewhere in the 270s, which I really don't mind at all. Um, okay, now going through the house. Oh, I probably felt this there. uh, Now the weights I bought. My friends and my other half can't believe I could lift these, especially when I do 40 reps a day with them. Doing seated curls and bench press. And right now they're on each side of the bench on tables. First of all, that's one side, a 25 pound. That's the other side, another 25 pound. And in the middle is the bench. Now, here's something I would love to tell everybody who wants to like get started losing weight and stuff like that. First of all, it's not expensive. Trust me on this. It's not. First of all, I advise you go look in thrift stores. Look at thrift stores, look at thrift stores, look at thrift stores, especially for a bicycle. Because, hell, you gotta use it for fitness. And plus, you get to take a little trip around your neighborhood, do that kind of stuff. Go to a thrift store, find a good one. Um, and I got mine for like literally, I think it was like $25. One number two tip: shop on Craigslist. The weights I got for 30, which, if you know, these usually cost $1 per pound, so these would have been normally 50 at any retail outlet, and they were practically brand new when I bought them. I was like, shoot, I'll go for it. The weight bench. Also, I think I got it for, I want to say, 25, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, it was 25. I got the weight bench for 25, which was another Craigslist find. And yeah, it's just a simple weight bench that can have things added onto it. And I really like it. It's really simple. It keeps things easy. Turn off these lights. Sorry for the darkness. And now we're going back into the light. So yeah, that's basically I'm chubby, but I'm working on it. We all work on it. If you're healthy, good for you. Be happy. Enjoy yourself. This isn't meant as like just exercise video. It's just meant, or as a pep talk or anything. It's just meant as basically a video telling you to love yourself, no matter what. If your life demands it, work with it. You can do it a whole lot easier. You're a whole lot stronger than you think you are. And just love your life and enjoy it. Anyways, that's my personal message for this week. If you want more of these, or if you want me to talk more about what I do or something like that, please let me know in the comments below. And I will have probably a much more happier, more upbeat video later. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye. Mwah.